what's going on, everybody?
Oh shit! Beat me to the punch. Welcome back to Journey to the Darkside. I'm Daniel.
I'm Simon.
And I'm Joey.
And yes, we're back again. And what are we talking about today?
Oh, we're going to talk about King of the Ring 1996. July the 23rd, 1996. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Mecca Arena. Again, like always, as is tradition, would anyone like to make a guess on the attendance?
Well, this is one of the big five. Yeah. But we are 96.
Remember, business is down.
Business is down. I'm going to go 14,000.
Man, that's bold.
That is bold, but I'm going to go with it.
Joseph?
I'm going to say 9.
All right, Joe, you were the closest without going over by a long shot. 8,762. What you did go over, my bad, but still.
Still, yeah.
I overshot.
14, huh?
I'm going to go 14. Well, that happened last time. It was like 95, and I was just like, 300. You're like, no, it's 20-something thousand. I'm like, son of a bitch.
So, on a side note, maybe this is what, because, you know, I would say that before.
Yeah.
We'd keep hearing business is down, but it's like these attendances were amazing.
Really good, yeah.
And now maybe we're starting to see them.
Feel it now, so
yeah.
I'll start adjusting for inflation, I suppose. What was the main event that night? You already put the phone up, didn't you?
Yeah.
How about I tell you what the main event was?
It had nothing to do with the guy on the poster.
It had nothing to do with the guy on the poster.
No.
Good.
World title match, Shawn Michaels going up against the British Bulldog, and you had Mr. Perfect as the special outside referee.
And who won that match?
I mean, British Bulldog, world champion, had a good lengthy run after that. No, it was Michaels. So it's no
I want my title shot.
So, but we're not talking about that.
No.
We're here for a different reason. We're
Yes.
talking about Mankind versus The Undertaker with Paul Bearer in his corner.
First
The
pay-per-view
first one,
appearance?
yeah.
First pay-per-view, yes. And first pay-per-view appearance of Mankind, no, that's not true. He wrestled, he already wrestled Henry Godwin in the previous one. I appreciate that.
But no, so,
well, no, technically it is, because... No, it's not, yeah, he's still fighting, yeah. I'm sorry, go dark match, never mind. Man, you restart?
we need to restart.
Well, yeah, so anyways,
First pay-per-view clash.
Yes, between these two
Taker,
first meeting.
Mankind.
And so, the build-up here, we've already kind of discussed last week. Mankind's been attacking Taker at every turn. Attacking him during his matches, after his matches, during promos. During his in-your-house main event match against Goldust, he was hiding in the coffin and brought him down.
Girl of Monsoon would be pissed.
Oh yeah, Monsoon didn't play around,
Pearl
boy.
Harbor's everywhere.
And
2020, Joey.
and so anyways,
2020.
enough time's passed on that one, I think. We're good. But anyways, a couple weeks before, or maybe the week before this, Taker had a match with the Bulldog on Raw, and Mankind popped out from beneath the ring and grabbed a hold of his boots, held him in place, and he got counted out. Mind games continuing. After the match, again, Mandible Claw took him down. So, we're already establishing that this Mandible Claw is fucking devastating.
Mankind's the original cerebral assassin here.
fucking deadly.
Yeah, and Taker,
Triple
who
H
once
be
again
damned.
we talked about last week, he's fought a bunch of mega opponents, and yes, he's been put down before, but never on this level of severity. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because literally everybody who puts him down, he'll usually, even if they have to carry him out, he comes back out. He'll hop back out.
yeah.
And it's either got to be a 500-pound giant.
Yes. Or 10 motherfuckers
There's got to be
involved.
cheating involved.
Yes, I
with
mean-
gimmicks and things, or there's got to be a gang rape.
Every fucking heel on the roster comes out.
Exactly.
Mankind sticks his fucking
He still
fingers in
comes
his
back.
mouth.
Yeah, and this is the first time, and I won't say Taker shows fear on his face, but he definitely has a look of like, what the fuck am I going to do to put this man down? Like, he really is like, he's confounded. He's confused by what the fuck is going on here. And
Rattled.
I think, honestly, yeah, absolutely. This is his
Trepidation.
first truly challenging opponent.
Yeah.
I think this is his first mega, he's been in the game, or been in the company now for about 6 years, going on 6 years, and he's never faced an opponent quite like Mankind.
And he's smaller too.
Yeah, a little guy who's not afraid to hurt himself, and I think that's where the line
a little
is.
guy
Right.
that probably weighs more than Undertaker.
Possibly, yeah.
A smaller, bigger guy.
But-
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time, I think it's the crazy factor. I think it's where, everybody else had a game plan. Everybody else was, I'm going to use my side. Like, no, Mankind's just like, fuck it. I'm going to hurt myself, and if you get involved, hey, you're going to go down with me. And when you take that kind of energy, that psychotic energy, and turn it against somebody,
Well, as they
Damn.
said, we're not going to see any technical wrestling in this
No.
match.
Absolutely not.
All right, so we start things off. Well, you start things off because you actually got the openings
did,
confused
yeah.
last week. That's fine, though, because it really is like 2 times and 2 pay-per-views back-to-back or whatever. Mankind's out there and he's ready to go. And then who? You know, tell me about Undertaker's entrance. Go ahead and give us the intro here.
No Taker.
No Taker.
Where's he at? Well, again,
No Cole
where's he
show.
at?
And the thing is, like with the last time, the entrance ramp or the entrance like right there, like it really was. Here, the thing curves around. So like Paul Bearer had a long ass walk, and I'm thinking if you're ever fighting the Undertaker and you don't see him behind Paul Bearer, just fucking start turning around, just start swinging around in the dark because like you're gonna hit him eventually.
Or run.
Or run, enjoy it, yeah. Just hope you don't run into him, you know.
Taker wasn't running and chasing people just yet. So
Yeah.
He could have ran away and been fine.
But no, the lights come on and there he is, perched
Oh
like
man,
like a
Fucking cheap
like a
shot.
buzzard.
yeah, a
right there
Raven
on
just
the-
looking
on the
down on his
top
prey.
rope. And performs one like, and we were talking about this just off the air. One of my favorite Taker non-finishing moves is his giant clothesline.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
And he's pretty much used it since the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
that's
that was
been-
always like when in his slower era.
And then
Well, even
that
in
was-
the
that
Mark
was-
era, he used it. I mean, he would do the
That was
running.
always his like breakout. Like that was like his one quick move, and then he'd go
Right.
back to.
Yeah.
being slow.
But off the top rope and just
Oh yeah, just annihilated him.
great start to the match. Would anybody say that was
I like cheater Taker.
heelish?
Little.
You know what? Kinda, but we discussed this with the Bret Hart match.
Yeah.
Like, definitely he's cheating, but it's not really cheating the character because honestly, he's always been that way.
Yeah.
He's always been,
And as
one
you-
foot in the dark side, one, on the good side.
And
so-
as you said, though, Taker's asking himself now, what the fuck do
Yeah.
I have to do to take
and
this
once
guy
again,
down?
this is, I mean, even though this
If
is
I
their
gotta take a
first,
cheap shot,
yeah.
I'm going to take a cheap shot.
and this is not just their first encounter. I mean, this is their first match, but dude, Mankind has been fucking with this dude nonstop. He has been poking the bear. So you know what?
Taker could have had that icy gold.
Yeah, could have walked away,
Man.
former IC champion. Did Taker ever win the IC belt? Ever?
No.
There you go! Oh my god! Mankind, you prick!
Never was there.
Kama robbed him of the King of the Ring, and Mankind robbed him of the IC title.
Right.
Son of a
You're
bitch.
European champion?
No.
No.
He did win the hardcore title. I do remember that. He
Well.
wore it around his neck like a belt, like a necklace, and he would drive out there on the motorcycle.
In like 99, 2000, who didn't have that at least?
I was gonna say, well, the funny thing was, like, I had that 24/7 rule then, and nobody was cashing in on Taker. Like, nobody was on Undertaker.
They knew better.
But anyways, so let's get to the match. Joey, since you're the guest, I'll have you go through. Without going to the ending and give us your review, give us
Yeah.
just the highlights
Just the
first.
highlights of the match.
Basically,
He's like, we're not doing Broadway's here. We're going home now. So-
right, yeah. Well, we do see, I mean, there's a lot of back and forth with this one.
God, it's
certainly-
physical. I'm sorry. I
It
can't
is.
help
It
it.
really is. It's a good physical match. Lots of back and forth. Takers, I mean, selling like crazy. This ain't your
Yes.
typical Taker.
No.
We like I mentioned in the last episode. You start to see Undertaker selling more. He's
Yeah.
becoming more vulnerable, more human-like, and especially with this Mankind character,
More
he's
human
throwing-
than human?
more human than human.
Huh.
He's throwing everything at Mankind, and this dude is not backing down. He's not getting hurt. I mean, the guy is Taker's throwing everything at him. It doesn't affect Mankind. Mankind then beats the shit out of Taker and then starts pulling his own hair out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I
Fucked up
love
shit.
that image right there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing about Mick Foley. When he would, whatever he would do to take his character to that next level,
Yeah.
like with Mankind, Cactus, even with Dude Love. I mean, it didn't matter. He would take it to that next level.
He was that character at that point.
And you definitely seen it with this match, especially being their first time meeting in the ring.
Mm.
And so you did see, their weapons, the steel chair, and it was just it was a back and forth, something you didn't necessarily always see with Undertaker.
Yeah.
Usually, a person would get a couple moves off, Taker would sit up with the power of the urn, and then just go beating the shit out of people, and then the match is over.
That's it, yeah. Always had a formula, but...
Right, yeah, unless you had the 15 heels against him or the 800-pound monster heel.
Yeah.
He still gets up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing here. He's not quite got that pep in his step.
Yeah.
As far as
It's starting off his
bouncing
game plan. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, his game plan starts off where he cheap shots him off the top rope. That works for a while. Then it's not really affecting Mankind like it would anybody else.
And it's a great way to protect Undertaker and still get Mankind over as
Oh,
well.
extremely. Like, no one looked bad at the end of this match at
No,
all. I
not at
mean,
all.
it really it elevated
Right.
both guys.
I mean, it was a good balance of the back and
Yeah.
forth. So
I think some of my favorite highlights is, we talk about, it's funny, there's this moment where he does that stupid smother move that he's done forever, Taker on Mankind.
Yeah,
but it's funny because JR's like, I don't think we've ever seen this before. And I'm like, no, we've seen this so many fucking
We've seen
times.
this last week, dude.
Oh my god. But Mankind comes back and goes for a nerve hold. And until you see the nerve hold, it's usually, like Yokozuna always kind of grab the trapezius muscle or whatever. And do that. But here, he's like grabs him by the neck and squeezes on the side, and it's just like, oh, that looks so fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
And yet they're like, it's a nerve hold. I'm like, that's like a fucking choke or whatever.
Owen Hart
was great on commentary, by the way.
Shit, you're not gonna beat him with the nerve hold and the trapezius.
Yeah, we should mention that too. This is Owen Hart on commentary, and it's like, dude, he was
awesome.
phenomenal. Like, he really was. If you watch the entire King of the Ring, the guy's just brilliant. Like, in fact, I'd say he was probably, kind of wasn't as big on this match as he was in other matches. Like, other matches, he's just. When Jake Roberts was in the ring, dude, he was just going on him big time.
Oh yeah.
It's like, well, Jake is 80 or 90 years old right now, so it's just like, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
So during this time, real quick, because we like to take this little
side roads, absolutely. Take a detour.
As a kid, especially during this time, unfortunately, I probably wasn't watching as much as I did the generation before and obviously the generation after.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely missed a lot of new generation stuff. But anyways, we've covered that. Were they, because it seems like these last few matches that we've done, like the last several, there's been, I don't know if they're guest commentators or what it is, but like, were they going through kind of a commentator cycle? Because this is right before, or maybe not right before, but this is obviously before JR and King. It was JR wasn't on every
no.
King wasn't on everything, McMahon wasn't on everything, but but they would always have Mr. Perfect would be did a couple of them. Owen Hart obviously this time, and there's been other. It's like, but were they doing a revolving door of commentators until they found
it was sort of kind of that. At the same time, though, you got to understand. King was also still wrestling a lot, so he was still wanting to go out in the ring, have feuds, and especially at this time,
and still does now.
The dude's 70 years old, and he could still freaking work. Mm-hmm. I mean, for being 7 years old. But anyway, at this time, he's got the big feud with Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
So he's kind of he's having to deal
after that.
He's having to deal with that, so he just ain't got the time.
That's definitely a feud you want to.
He just ain't got the time for commentary right now.
Okay.
So Owen Hart's hurt.
Yeah.
Let Owen,
I was thinking maybe it was just hey, well you're injured or we don't have anything for you right now. Well, hey, why don't you come set the commentary booth for
actually one of the good timing kind of things.
Well, Owen Hart actually he was kind of injured, but he's past the injury now. Now they're milking the cast.
Oh yeah.
Angle.
Hey, it's a legal cast.
Yeah. At this point, though, I think Owen Hart was strictly on commentary for the fact that the main event was Bulldog and once again, Perfect was the special guest referee or the outside referee. It was Cornette stacking the deck because it's not only is Bulldog the strongest guy in the company right now, but we got Perfect outside. We got his brother-in-law over here on commentary. So that was, I think, the reason that Owen Hart was on for this night.
And I have to ask another morbid question, and I'm skipping around, but it just reminded me, and I'm sorry.
Well, let me get this out of the way first, and then we'll get back to it. To answer your first question, at the time, it was always strictly McMahon for the most part. Mm-hmm. In fact, at the In Your House, when we just did, it was split in two, it starts off with Perfect and McMahon, King and McMahon, and then it goes into JR and Perfect, but they once again a separate night or whatever. It was always McMahon and usually King, but when King was wrestling, then they kind of filtered around with Doc Hendricks. JR occasionally. JR is almost like they just were ashamed to use him. It was like he was literally
in the company 3 years at this
point. So he started off heavy in '93.
He debuted at WrestleMania 9.
Well, and like I said, during '93, he's there 2 or 3 pay-per-views in a row, and then they just drop him off. And they don't bring him back except for occasionally.
I think they didn't like.
He was actually doing Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep. He was down there.
I heard that they didn't like him at first because he had a very sports.
Centric kind of
straight up he didn't have that sports entertainment commentary style down to just yet.
That was them, and then with Perfect, he was always kind of, because at this stage in Perfect's career at WWF, it's like you could tell they want to use him in the ring, but like they did with Savage at the end of his WWF run, it's very sporadic. So like in the Big Four, maybe he wrestles, but for the most part, he's commentating right now. It's funny because we're getting close to the end of his run in WCW or WWF, and his very last appearance, he's feuding with Triple H for whatever reason. And they do kind of touch, like they're going to wrestle tomorrow night on Raw, and then Perfect's gone after that. So it was just like, I don't know if there's a way to write him off or what, but it's like, I don't know if that was just him wanting to wrestle, and Vince is like, I kind of like you on that commentator booth instead, and he just refused to do it. I have no idea.
That's kind of what Savage did.
Yeah, Savage did the same thing. So, but like with Owen Hart this time around, it was less to do with the thing. It was more storyline driven. But go ahead. What was your morbid?
I just thought that that they just hadn't got their shit together yet.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly maybe a big part of it too. They haven't found that team that just worked yet. So.
No, my morbid question is: you bring up Camp Cornette. Is there anybody still alive from Camp Cornette besides
Cornette? That's
Clarence Mason.
And Clarence Mason, yeah.
Goddamn!
Fucking Fuji's even dead.
Yeah, Vader, Fuji, Yokozuna, Bulldog, and Hart, unfortunately, all gone. So yeah.
Except Clarence Mason.
I've been going back and watching. Like, I like Clarence Mason. I don't know. It's not like him. I really like. And I like him and Cornette struggling for control over the group. Like, it's a small, tiny little side plot in the overall arc.
He always has to have like a co-manager.
Yeah, but it's great though. I mean, they play off each other so well, So anyways,
I apologize.
Oh no, that's what the show's about. Everybody, the diehards out there who watch the show know exactly what it's about.
After this match, there was maybe it was the other. Anyways, after one of the matches I was watching on the network for this taping was this promo with Camp Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
It's like showing him, he's going over and showing all these guys, and I'm like,
yeah, no,
oh my god,
wow, it's a tough one to have to swallow. It is.
Damn.
So
no wonder he's fucking pissed.
Yeah, nobody's around.
Yeah, I'm yelling.
He's yelling at the heavens. What he's doing.
I've also been told that I need to stop watching it and listening to him.
Yeah, it's really
rubbing off.
I get random texts from this guy where he just bitches about AEW. It's funny. Then he'll quietly be like, "Well, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just," and then a whole laundry list of shit that he hates about it. And I'm just like, Mike, quit listening to him or quit watching AEW. It has to be one or the other. You can't do both. This guy cannot do both.
This guy can do both.
Anyways,
we still talking about Taker.
We're still talking about Taker Mankind.
Gotta be objective.
So, anyways, Taker Mankind. One thing I will say about this match that bugged the shit out of me. The same thing that bugged the shit out of me. The same thing that bugged me about the Hart Taker match was in this match. It goes to the outside quite a bit. And it's great. Like, I loved all the outside stuff. Foley coming off, Mankind going off the ring apron, dropping him on concrete. It gets pretty brutal. I mean, for a Taker match, especially at this era, you didn't see it.
Oh, this match was definitely in favor of.
And in WWF standards, you didn't really see matches get this extreme because once again, this is Foley style.
Yeah,
and it's new generation.
Yeah, exactly. And this is very reminiscent of the Halloween Havoc match between Vader and Cactus Jack. I felt. And once again, if you're in that WWF bubble, you've never seen anything like this before. So you are seeing a match get to the limit. What bugged me was
that cloud.
I got fucking cloud. Was the referee every time he would see like, oh, he's gonna grab a chair, he'd be like, Paul Bear, what are you doing over there?
Yeah,
just standing there.
It seemed like there was I was gonna so many
every time
like non-distractions, but the ref would just be like, hey,
you, what? Hey, you fat motherfucker, get over! It's just like, dude, he was doing nothing at all.
Did not like Paul Bear.
Yeah, that's exactly. And during the Hart match, it did the same thing where Hart and Taker get a bit extreme in that match. Not to the level of this one, but every time, like the referee, and to the referee's credit, he's doing the right thing. But it's like, shouldn't Paul Bear maybe be in on this a little bit more and be like, oh, maybe I should try to distract her?
Jump on the apron.
He's literally just like,
I don't know about jump.
it's like, literally, you see the referee catches him with the chair, and he's quick like, Paul Bear, what are you doing way back there on the other side there? And it was just like, oh my, and this happens so much. And I mean, not to give away my rating just yet, it does affect it a little bit because after a while I'm just like, this is getting to the level of parody right now. Like, that's how much is happening.
Wasn't it Kyoto ref in this one? I couldn't remember who it was, but I was thinking, man,
no, it was. I'm trying to think about it. I'm pretty sure it was actually.
Yeah, it must have just been some bad timing.
Some heat between him, yes, catering or something like that.
And some placement of where where his position was in the ring, because you talk to refs, watch, that's one of the things that factors in is their placement in the ring, where they're at in opposition or in respect to what's going on with the match. If they're like with him, and I seen it, it was so horrible. I felt bad because it seemed like he's getting ready to watch the chair shot happen, and then bam, fucking Paul Bear's ass.
It's almost like he's looking for Paul Bear too. He's just like, oh shit,
where the fuck is
Bear? Yeah,
so it was
like,
just,
he probably should have went ahead and did that, but
Yeah.
because I think a true professional, knowing that he's supposed to do that
Yeah.
spot, would have just looked at the chair, admonished them,
Yeah.
and they would have just doubled back and did something else.
or in this kind of match, once again, Mankind
because
is
now that you
relatively
mentioned
new.
it, like now it's like vivid in my memory, like.
And I'm thinking to myself too that if it's once again, this is Mankind's first big pay-per-view match with Taker with this kind of brutality. I would think the second time I see that happens to me, I'm just like, okay, mental note. Anytime these guys go outside, just look away. Just literally go to the other side and start right off the bat, because it's gonna happen every time they go outside.
Yeah.
Every weapon you can think of: stairs, fucking cords, chairs, pulling back the mat, do stuff on the concrete. It all happens, and each time, referee's just like, oh god, you, and you're just like, son of a bitch.
And like you said, in Paul Bearer, even
he should do his part
he's
too.
just as guilty.
Guilty, yeah, because he should literally be like, okay, now I should start getting close to, or at least start getting the referee. I mean, in some instances, especially more in a heart match, it was Taker doing the cheating. So it would be like, it makes sense for Bear to be like, hey, over here, buddy, look over here, look what I'm doing, look at me, I'm dancing. He's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm distracted. No, we get none of that. Bear's literally sitting there picking his nose, and the referee's just like, you son of a bitch. I'm sick of your fat motherfucking ass, just going off on him. So, we do get one cool spot. I always love when he did this. He has Taker propped up against the chairs, against the stairs, and he takes off and does the full 360.
God.
Oh yeah.
And then, bam! And once again, you can see he clearly does hit with the other knee, but dude, it still looks brutal as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And he flips himself over, and I'm like, god damn, Foley! Like,
And it's like, you don't know at the time, but
Yeah.
you're seeing a staple of Mick Foley matches.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And the
Whether
other
he hits
thing
it or
here,
not, whether he hits it or not,
Yeah.
Mick still gets more fucked up.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, and this is more breaking away. I'm a big kayfabe guy. I love staying kayfabe, but even in this match, I was like, Mick, fucking stop! You do not have to keep doing this, dude. He was taking so many unnecessary bumps on that concrete, and I guess at the time, don't get me wrong, fans were entertained. I was entertained, but it's like you see Foley now, and you're like, that's why. This is exactly why. And you're just like, it is kind of sad to see in a certain respect, but at the same
And
time,
he had already been doing that
for
years
years anyways,
Oh,
yeah. But once again, it's one of those things where it's like, it is what it is, and much props to him, because he didn't just do it for himself, he did it for the fans. So it's one of those things where I'll always be like, you know what, I hate to see it, but at the same time, thank you.
Yeah, and from what I understand, and I don't know, Joe, you could probably help me out with this. Vince never really tried to reel him in until after King of the Ring '98.
Really?
Right.
I read
on
or
the
heard
fence.
that when after that match was over, like Vince literally went to Foley and said never again.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he was always on the fence and was skeptical of Foley from the time he got brought in at first, as Mankind, and it was a lot of Jim Ross talking Vince into bringing him in. This guy was. He showed up with the cheesy leather jacket with the frills when he came down.
Oh yeah. His WCW
Right, and he was just always kind of on the fence. This is kind of a real sketchy looking guy. I don't know if he's
Definitely not the mold of what McMahon
No, not
does
at all.
ever. I mean, yeah.
But that's why Mick had to work the way he worked, because
Well,
he had no. I mean, no offense, more so than I do. Probably more so than I do even now in his age. Not a whole lot of athletic ability.
No, I mean,
In the looks department, too.
yeah.
Just and so it's like, how do I get noticed? Okay, I got my foot in the door into the biggest company in the world. I'm going to get myself over.
And it seemed like maybe he kept pushing it further, because once again, in WCW, he did touch that main event scene briefly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, once again, it was just like they didn't want to
Vader
push
killed him over and over.
Yeah.
Vader killed him. His matches with Sting were fucking epic.
Yes.
I'll tell you a match that surprised me, and I'm being dead serious. Like, this isn't just me joking or anything like that. Him versus Paul Orndorff. I want to say it's one of the Bash of the Beaches. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Dude, it gets insane, and you just never think like Paul Orndorff would be in which it's not really his match at all, but Foley brings it out of him, and you know what? It's a damn good match. I would highly recommend that.
So my question to you about, if it's true that Vince, it took him 2 years to finally reel him in and kind of talk to him, you think that would have happened sooner if Foley's reckless behavior was not getting over? Because
Probably.
Unfortunately, maybe that's still a bad decision to make.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
people were responding to it. People liked it. So I feel like
it goes back to that whole, like, what else am I going to do kind of attitude.
Yeah.
This has got me popular. This
Yeah.
gets me noticed. People fucking love it.
Yeah. And I think honestly, yeah, I think if it wasn't getting over, then if it wasn't getting over, he probably wouldn't have lasted much longer in the company anyways. I mean, he would have been like
Yeah.
all the other ones who just kind of come in for a month or two,
But
whatever.
We're
and,
seeing right now I'm going to call it his debut, even though he's done stuff. And
yeah.
This is his big.
This is
debut.
this is breakout.
dance.
Breakout match, yeah.
Boom, already done it.
Yeah.
He didn't work up to that. No, already doing it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and the other thing is
And
like
it's one
this.
of those things that I'm stealing it from Brian Zane. I think I'm Brian Zane. Anyways, Idaho must be out of potatoes right now because they brought every one of them into the ring with them that night.
That is Brian Zane, yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, much respect. No, like you said, this match took it to a whole new level. So I guess I'll get to the end. But there's one spot I want to talk about. Referee does see it, but in my mind, I guess it's like, well, I guess it was self-defense. Foley goes for the elbow off the top of the apron, and Taker just throws the chair up, and it's just like, son of a bitch. But the referee's looking right at it, and he doesn't even try to like turn around. He's just like, I fucking saw it, but we gotta let it go.
And the whole time, Paul Bear is actually trying to distract
exactly.
him.
He's like, look at me over here. But anyways, it was just like, in my head, I always justified as like, well, because WCW had a ridiculous rule. When Public Enemy would wrestle, it was always, even in the regular matches, their finish would always be the table spot. And everybody'd be like, wasn't that cheating? And the rule that Shivani or Heenan would throw out there was, well, since you're not hitting him with the table, you're putting him through the table, it's legal.
Right.
Which still seemed like BS, but I'm like, whatever. Then it's like, then we should be able to take the pad off the turnbuckle then, because you're not hitting him with the actual turnbuckle metal part, you're putting him into it, but whatever. And so I feel like this is kind of in that same ballpark of like, well, he didn't literally hit him with the chair, he just kind of like, threw it up at him or whatever. It's still kind of a gray area fuck you rule, but it's like, I have to sleep at night because I have a rare mental condition where if I obsess about this too long, I start getting nose and ear bleeds, and then I start crying, and then my heart stops. And I need one of these guys to revive me, and we just don't want to go down that route. So I have to make up stories in my head to make it work. So in my head, that's a rule. It's okay to defend yourself with a chair if you throw it at somebody.
And you know, don't mean to get in your personal
business,
but he has a child on the way now, so.
So now it's even more. So now
because
it's
we
like,
used to kind of drag our feet reviving him, you know.
yeah, it's like he can be out for a few minutes.
We actually have to try now.
Yeah, you got to give it a shot. So
before we would just fuck with him.
Draw dicks on him, you know.
So put slug in my face. But anyways, it's sad these are all true. Anyways, the the finish comes when Taker literally is getting his ass beat. And Mandible Claw puts him down, but he's able to kind of get back up, and after a pinfall, near fall, I should say, Foley snaps, goes into the turnbuckle, starts ramming. I mean, and dude, he's really putting his head into it. Another, you're like, dude, fucking calm down. Like, you know, it's part of the act, I get it, but it's like, dude, you gotta quit hurting yourself. And then starts slamming his head to the mat.
And I missed Pig Squill.
Oh yeah, I love this. Yes. There's a scene where
I've forgotten all about
he's got Taker out in the crowd or by the guardrail, and someone's trying to get a picture, and then he looks right at the picture, and I was like, yes, like you just made that dude's night. I guarantee it.
Kind of the Leatherface.
Yes, he definitely does that.
Yeah.
So as he's getting pissed, he decides fuck it, and he just does a quick run over and grabs the urn. Boom, snatches from him. And Taker's still out at this point. Like, honestly, you could probably end up putting him away. Sorry, it wasn't the Man of Claw put him down. It was the pulling pile driver that put him down.
Yeah, but, the wedgie driver.
Yes. So, as he got the urn, really stagey, but I'll get to that in a second, too. He's right next to the end. He's doing this way pull back. Like, I hope someone doesn't grab this from me. And Bear snatches
like somebody was out of time.
And Paul Bear, once again, missing his cue, runs up there real quick, and then he grabs it. And then so as Mankind's there, Taker gets back up. They're battling a little bit. Bear decides, I'm going to try to hit him. And he does, and he misses. And he hits Taker in full view of the goddamn referee, and referee's just like, whoa!
It was self-defense.
Oh, it's his own guy. His own guy.
You can't get disqualified for
exactly. So it's just one of those things where it's like, whatever. So Taker goes down, and then Mankind applies the Mandible Claw and defeats him with, you know, victory. Once again, tainted slightly, but still a victory nonetheless, and it is.
Yeah, winner by TKO.
Yeah, and I will say McMahon, I think McMahon said it, that really was a cool way of kind of putting him over. He even said that, I don't even know if the Earnshot would have mattered because once that Mammoth Claw went in, he would have had him beat anyways. And I thought that was kind of cool. Vince rarely does that. I don't know, it seems like JR's that guy who will always try to put you over regardless.
Yeah.
Vince rarely tries to put him over, it seems like. And I've been watching a lot of like new generation matches, so I know he rarely does shit like that. So for him to even say, well, it looks like he would have probably put him out anyways, that's pretty cool on his half because he never does that hardly.
Unless you're Shawn Michaels.
Exactly. Unless you're one of the big dogs, then you will.
If you're Shawn Michaels, he's practically not known.
So,
yeah.
but anyways,
Probably was.
so Mankind has him down and then ends up brutalizing him after the match, and then he chases Paul Bearer out, and Taker's trying to chase after him, and he can barely get to his feet, and he keeps stumbling, and at one point, Mankind has the chair, and he's looking back, but he's just like, fuck it, he goes out, and then finally Taker follows him out. For the aftermath of this, once again, it's just going to bleed to the next pay-per-view, so I won't go into too much detail, but, you know, this feud's not over at all, so we're about to get, in fact, it won't be next week, but the next encounter with these two that we do cover, it's going to be fucking awesome, but we'll get to that later. So, you started us off last week, so I'll go ahead and do it this week. For me, I really love this match. It was extremely entertaining. However, I'm not going to give it the full 4-star rating because I don't think it's a perfect match.
Because of the ref?
The ref, the ending, which once again, it makes you wonder, when was Bear, beyond kayfabe obviously, when was Bear planning on turning on Taker? Because it feels like this could have been all just a setup between Mankind and Bear as another mind game of fucking Taker over.
Uncle Paul.
So, exactly. So at this point, is that the building blocks of that? Now, once again, in the end, it may not have been, but as a standalone match, it still comes off pretty ridiculous. The fact the referee saw it, you're just like, really? And like I said, honestly, I don't think it would have done Taker any damage to lose cleanly with just a regular Man of Claw here. But if you are trying to plant seeds for an eventual Paul Bear screw job, then fine, we'll take it. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars, and it would be a high 3. We don't do halves and shit here. It would be a high 3, but I would say 3 stars for myself. So, what do you got?
I'm doing it.
Oh, you're going for it.
I'm giving this 4 stars.
4 stars. Nice. All right. Fair enough.
I agree with your negatives, but to me that they were so like insignificant that it didn't matter. There's so much. Again, there's so much more to this than just the match.
Yeah.
That was it's 4-star stuff, and knowing what it's leading up to, I mean it's a 5-star match, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
for storyline, yeah.
Like the brutality, and like we were saying, you know, and I was saying it in a negative way because in all seriousness, you know, it kind of sucks that he worked this way so much because, like you said, look at Foley now. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, you know, Mick Foley, like I said, he didn't work up to that style. He fucking came out of the gate with it. Now, of course,
he blew up.
For people outside of the WWF bubble, knows he'd been working that style already for a few years before that. Mm-hmm. And in some cases, way more. Yeah. You know, but it was brutal. It was very physical. Yeah. There was a point early in the match, and it sort of reminded me of like him, Foley and Vader's matches where Taker had him in the corner and was like pounding him, and I mean, I don't know, they looked pretty vicious. Well, like Foley like just folds over and kind of just lays over on the middle rope, and then like turns over and sets down like you know, it was like that was a good fucking sell job, you know, like it's like he rung his bell for like a second there, you know, and you know, but I mean, you know, he kind of gets back up. But that's one spot that really like stuck out in my mind because it was like, damn, you know, that was vicious. So I mean, it's 4 stars for a lot of that. Maybe that's a bad reason to give 4 stars, you know, because. But I mean, that's one thing, and I'm jumping ahead, but that's one thing that really attracted me, that really drew me back into like the Attitude Era was like the realism. And the brutality, you know, the violence, it wasn't, you know, and which led me to go to like watch ECW because like I still wasn't getting my fix.
I agree. I think that's one thing we do agree on heavily is we do have a shared passion for hardcore wrestling. I mean, or that, you know, that style or whatever.
Well, I'll have to consult mine.
Cornet on that one. He may not like that one.
Yeah, I'm probably going to change my opinion right now. But no, you know, but I mean, real quick though, there is some hardcore wrestling that is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, I can't say, you know, and for the record, this is my 100% favorite match so far.
Fair enough. You know, I think single match, I'll agree. I don't know, man. Him versus Hart was fucking awesome, too. You're right.
Fair enough.
But yeah, they're up there.
But there's something about sorry.
No, okay.
There's something about Mankind that seems far better than Bret Hart. Even Bret Hart's obviously the better wrestler.
Yeah.
The former.
Well, this had more heat to it because there is the feud that goes into it. Whereas with Hart, it was just, I want the title, you're in the way. And even though it still told a great story about Hart and Taker, this is a totally different beast altogether. So I think storyline-wise, you're absolutely right. This is definitely the better. For me personally, I think it's just the in-ring stuff I like more on the other one. But once again, it's not by much. These are fucking right there, you know. So, what you got, Joey? What's the your review, and then go ahead and give us your rating.
This one, I like the match. I like the brutality. The back and forth was great. We got to see different elements of Undertaker. We got to really see Mankind, kind of like he said. He come out full blown, shooting for the stars. This one, I'd give it a 3 out of 4.
All right.
I loved it. It was a great match. Overall, it had its kind of botchy sort of moments that kind of hurt me, you know. But overall, I loved the match. It was great.
Did it get you right here?
Right here.
Show me on the doll with this match hurt.
Right in the feels.
So that's 3.5 then. That's where you average it all out, and that's up there for high.
Awesome.
So I mean, that's still we've yet to hit 4. We yet to have a 4-star across the board yet. So we're still looking for.
I feel like we're gonna get one.
Oh, we're definitely gonna get one.
One of these days.
I want to say a little side note before we wrap this up is I know when you look online and you talk to different people, the Attitude Era started at different times. I know officially WWF will say it started around the time that Austin won the title, and that's when the campaign started happening.
Yeah.
You know, Attitude Era. Some people will tell you that the Montreal Screwjob kind of signaled it. You know, for me personally, and this is just me, and I mean you can disagree, that's fine. To me, I always draw it back to King of the Ring '96 because that's the start of Austin really finding himself.
Okay.
Now, granted, we aren't full-blown Attitude Era yet, but you can definitely see the crack showing right now. And this match, to me, is one of those early examples of this is where we're headed.
This pay-per-view had 2
really
good examples.
And so, once again, and not just that, I'm talking wrestling across the board because this is July?
Probably.
Okay,
Something like
so...
that.
In the other show, the very next pay-per-view chronologically is Bash at the Beach '96, which is the debut of the NWO. So you had 2 very pivotal moments in what would be the modern Attitude Era wrestling.
Was this the time when you started to change the channel?
You know, actually, yeah, because this is a little bit longer than this because
when you go from Channel 7 to Channel 2.
So this is basically
that was your numbers up.
No. But no, this is it's still a few months off because unfortunately I used to be before the internet and I didn't have cable. And so I didn't watch WCW, period. I was a Pro Wrestling Illustrated guy, and I was also a WWF magazine guy. So WWF obviously didn't cover the other side, but whenever PWI was just like, holy shit, NWO, I was like, whoa, what? And then that's when I started tuning in. So it took me a while.
I was lucky enough to be friends with this guy in school, and he grew up in more of a WCW household. Yeah. And I remember hearing about it. And, you know, it's not like it's fresh in my memory. Like that. But I do remember him talking about, you know, the New World Order and Nash and Hall and Hogan and you know, how cool that was and everything, you know. But
NWO black and white.
I still just couldn't.
Yes.
I couldn't do the switch. Like I was so loyal.
I mean, jokes aside, I'm not busting your balls here. I am really shocked you're watching AEW right now because, in all honesty, this guy is overall. You've been a WWE guy through and through.
I mean, for 35 years.
Yeah, I mean, and whereas I've always branched out, like, you know, and I won't lie, if I had to just put my, you know, flag in one area, it'd be WWF, it really would be, but I was always able to, you know, rent the tapes or, you know, look back, and so I always did kind of venture out, and I always kept myself informed, not just WCW, but like, you know, with PWI, you were getting, you know, what's going on in Mexico, what's going on in Japan, what's, you know, ECW, the Indies. So, like, I was pretty in tune, I like to think, to that kind of stuff. And so, but yeah, whenever, you know, I talk to this guy, I'll always, you know, especially before network, especially. Now you're a little bit better at that. But before that, you know, I would be like, you ever see that? You're like, oh, no, I've heard it on shoot interviews or, you know, I've been hearing about it, but I never actually watched it. But, so yeah, I said, you know, you're definitely always a WWE guy. I mean, I would say even to this day, you're still, you know, overall, your heart's probably still WWE. Even though,
but it really, really wishes that, you know. I mean, and I don't mean you can edit this off if you want to.
Yeah, it's
kind of way off from.
Oh, dude,
but it's like I know for 100% fact that the Attitude Era is never coming back.
Yeah. No.
But you know, it's just WWE is never going to have even be close to that. Like, and they can be. They've got some guys on there that can really,
They have talent.
Now, they're pushing some things. I can tell that once crowds come back, I can tell that there probably is going to be a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can see that there's going to be. Is it going to be for the best? Is it going to be too little, too late? But AEW for me, you know, even though it's outlaw, macho horse shit, no, just joking. But AEW for me, I remember watching that first episode of Dynamite, and I remember texting this fucking guy as soon as I watched it, and I was like, dude, it was like just the opening of the show. And I'm not lying, just the opening of the show. I was like, dude, it's Monday Night Raw from 1998.
Yeah.
The way that they panned to the crowd, the pyro, the music, the way it was going, you know, and hearing JR's fucking voice, you know, and they got me hooked. I mean, now, you know, I'm still on certain things. It's just, you know, whatever. But overall, I think that it's a very good product. I'm afraid that, you know, there are certain aspects of it that reminds me a lot of WCW, and I'm talking WCW in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, there's some things and it's like, you know, but they're kind of letting the asylum, the inmates from the asylum, you know, and you know, AEW could use a Vince McMahon.
Yeah. I don't know about maybe a Vince McMahon from before, but not today.
They could use a central figure to kind of, because it
Tony Khan just kind of lets
well,
things
of course.
happen.
I mean, and overall, it's still a great show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, like,
It's got its moments.
Yeah.
I will say, you know, I definitely am a big, I push big for AEW, and I don't agree with everything they do, but I don't know. I'm okay with
that's fine, though.
the direction it is going. I don't think it's really doing that bad. And like I said, a lot of the complaints you make, I will always respect your opinion, because, you know, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, no, you're full of shit, because you're not, you know. But at the same time, it's like, you can always see those similarities because you are always kind of stuck in that WWF bubble. You know, no matter what, you're always going to see the WWF castaways in other companies, because, I mean, once again, WWF's the biggest company.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, way back when WWF started, they were all NWA castaways. There wasn't any WWF guy. Those were all dudes who couldn't hack it anywhere else.
I was totally watching back then.
Yeah, I know. Well, I remember we used to hang out back in the 50s watching that shit. So, but anyways, and, you know, same can be said about WWF, especially right now. We're seeing it in this era we're reviewing. Mankind, Taker, Austin, all came from WCW.
Yeah.
Triple H.
So their biggest Attitude Era stars, minus The Rock.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, so to me that never holds water. I mean, everybody's like, this is just like Impact, or this is just like, you know, TNA. It's like, no, but it's like it can't help it but be that, because no matter what, you're always going to have these guys who journey to other, you know, things, and especially in this day and age when, I mean, where else would you come from? I mean, once again, with the exception of MJF and, you know, a few of the other guys, like, and even those guys was all like on Lucha Underground shit, so it's like, they all came, even they didn't come from WWF, they came from somewhere else. So, I mean, to me, that doesn't hold water, but once again, clearly people are, but it gives a great variety, and I think that's what I don't like about WWF at all. I even try to get back into, and it's just like, it's so bland. Like, the difference between, you know, NXT has great in-ring product, but I'm sorry, dude, there is no characters. There is nobody I want to root for, with the exception of maybe Matt Riddle. That's it. And everybody else is just like, fuck them. And that's not just NXT. That's main thing, even the main roster. A main roster, there's maybe two people I like. Bray Wyatt, Fiend being one of them. No, Dean Ambrose left. Look at that! So that's what I'm saying. Like, literally, I don't give a shit about WWE because it's just bland. Whereas when I watch AEW, it is fun. This is Undertaker versus Mankind, wasn't it? That was the match we were talking about. So,
It's all right.
we really went off course.
So you cut this off and make it a separate little rant.
Oh, no. It's staying on there. So, but anyways, but no, so...
We're going to continue this off the air, bro.
We definitely will. So, but anyways, like I'm saying is we're now heading into that Attitude Era. That's where we got off track on the Attitude Era. So, but once again, I mean, I get everybody out there will maybe like, well, technically, the Attitude Era is like, fuck off. To me, this is when the Attitude Era started, this month right here. So from here on out, yes, we're still got a lot of that new generation muck on it. The the Attitude Era is now breaking through that. So.
I'm more of a late '97, early '98.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, once again, that is officially, you know.
The seeds being planted, absolutely.
Yeah.
But when it bloomed, Yeah.
But I feel like right here we're really getting, you know, especially with Taker and Mankind and their feud. So,
Yes.
all right. So if that's all we got, look.
Watch Dynamite.
Don't watch Dark. I don't watch Dark. You watch Dark?
Never watched it.
Never watch that. Put your shit on TNT, fuckers. Don't quit doing this whole internet bullshit. No one's watching Being the Elite. You do watch Being the Elite, don't you? You watch it occasionally. You watch it whenever like something's.
Well, if I hear something cool,
there's buzz.
Yeah.
Right, not all the time.
All right, so for Daniel,
Simon,
And Joey.
we're out of here, guys. We'll catch you next week. Later. Oh shit! Didn't know what you're on. Sorry. Hi. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. All that good stuff you do right here on YouTube, go ahead and do it. Check out our other videos. Go to our playlist. We got episodes of TPS TV, Journey Through the Darkside. We got a new show coming out, the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. This guy. And of course, our short film, Entropy. You can find all that and more right here on YouTube. And then check out, yeah, look at that. All of our social media right there. And we don't just, you know, copy and paste like the same post and put it on all. No, that's ridiculous. 3 different platforms, 3 different posts. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff you see on Twitter will not be the same stuff you see on Instagram. So there you go, right there. So be sure to get on, give us a follow and a like on all that right there. Keep up to date. Have you seen Unspeakable Acts yet? No? Come on. Pick you up the DVD right now. Links over there. Oh, yeah. It's only $7. $3 shipping and handling. And of course, if you've already seen it and you haven't seen the Public Domain Dungeon yet, boom, $5 DVD right there. So 5 S&P as well. Or sorry, 3 S&P as well. So there you go. Do that. And if you got the spare change, you want to hit us up, you know, donate a little bit over here to TPS Productions. Our Patreon is right there. Oh yeah. So that's all we. Oh my God, sorry. I'm getting fired, ain't I? God, that's all we got. Thank you for watching.